Search Brett Campbell.
Okay, here's contact information for Brett Campbell.
Is Brett Campbell's show All or Nothing a hit?
Sorry, Vid, you don't have anyone in your Find My Friends list.
Oh. Is it a hit? I got no friends apparently. Always innovating, always doing things to keep people interested. But even more so, like, you gotta look at what that does is, obviously she's already shared it, right? Whoever's in it's always gonna share or tag or post or comment or something like that. It's crazy. You gotta remember though, when they create anything or they change anything, I was saying this to Emily the other day, you know, with a business with that sort of scale, it's very hard to implement change quickly. You know, like there's new features coming out all the time. Like right now, as of filming this, there's new group features where if you actually own a community, like you're the admin of the community, you've got all these amazing new features that you're going to be able to start utilizing, which again is why I play the long game. When Facebook bring out a process or they bring out something new, get on top of it. So we've got groups, you know, with tens of thousands of people in it, which we're going to be able to now utilize and capitalize on these new features that are brought in. But that's another side note. That's why you always got to stay on the cutting edge. But it's not rolled out over every Facebook platform. You know, like they've got to do beta tests, they do beta tests. There's so many things that you don't even probably know that they're doing, like new features that they'll roll out and doesn't get good feedback, so they just remove it. It's like Google, you know, they'll put so much resources, tens of millions of dollars behind something, and if it doesn't work, they'll just quickly remove it. So take lessons from the big boys, that's all I'll say. Just in the middle of pixel land in Facebook. Actually, let me show you this. This will be pretty cool. So I'm just going into creating custom audiences, which if you're not using custom audiences, you need to be using custom audiences. I'm going to select engagement on Facebook. I showed this in another video, actually, create a list of people who's interacted with your pages. This is pretty cool. But I'm going to create a list based on a video and people who have watched over 50% of a particular video I put up yesterday, over 1,200 views, which is a 5-minute video on an actual Facebook strategy. So I'm going to select that video, just that video. People have watched it in the last, just go 15 days, even though it was only put up yesterday. Now the audience can take up to 30 minutes. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create an ad, I'm going to create an ad that is going to target just those people. So the things you can do and how quickly you can do it. Wow. Imagine how many fly drops you used to have to do in the old days. That just blows my mind. It's also going to be important when you're positioning this product as you go, well, look, it's a 12-week program and this is what you cover. So like, let's say I was doing a 12-week business coaching online course. You know, week 1 would be the foundations. Week 2 would be your customer and community. Week 3 is your authority model, etc. So it's that concept again. And I've been saying it a lot lately, but it's what does your customer need to know, think, and feel along the process. You know, what do they need to understand for this program to bring them the benefits, the results that they want. You need to do this is what this 12 weeks is, this is what it's going to be like, this is how we've mapped it out, and actually have a video that goes, look, in week 1 we're going to do this, then we're going to be moving into this. Each of these pillars build upon each other. You can't skip to week 7 or the 7-day fast or the whatever it is. You need to go through this because your body needs to adapt and da-da-da-da-da. So there needs to be that upfront training so people know as to why they don't do it, why they can't just jump straight in. One of the biggest things that stop people from selling products and services is how they position it. You know, it's the old saying of, I've got a recipe book with 1,000 recipes in it and I'm selling them all in one PDF. It's like, well, you're better off breaking that up and having 100 books with, with less recipes in each. So positioning is key. Before you do any funnel stuff, make sure you map the funnel out and then you create all the copy that needs to go on the pages before you start going into a funnel and trying to build it. Like you want to have all the videos uploaded. So everything's outlined for you to be able to build. So don't go in and start building as you go. You know, it's like if you were going to build a pyramid, but your bricks were like 10 kilometers away, you're not going to walk and get one brick, come back, put it on the pyramid, go walk and get another brick. You're going to bring every brick over to the pyramid and then start building. Yeah, the biggest thing when creating a product or service is how you position it. It's not about really the contents of it, even though it plays a huge part, don't get me wrong. You might have heard the analogy of having a recipe book with 1,000 recipes in it. It's just not gonna sell. It's like having your favorite Netflix series. If there was 13 episodes and they're an hour long, would you watch a 13-hour long episode, or are you happy to consume in an hour-long snippets your show? And you know, you already know the answer, and that just outlines the fact of why positioning something is really important. It's like with all of our products and services with Authority Academy. So inside our members area, our philosophy is if we can't teach you something in a 1-2 page PDF document and a maximum 15-minute video training, then we need to go back to the board and re-explain it better, because you don't have time to sit there and watch an hour-long or 2-hour-long training video. It just doesn't happen. Just like someone who purchases your product doesn't have time to read a 3,000-page manual. Just get to the point with what this thing's about and what it can do, and give everyone the information that they need to go and do it. Now, if you want to go and over-deliver with a 5,000-page manual, add it as a side bonus and say, hey, if you want to go and learn anything extra, here it is. Meeting can throw you out. Actually, this is 2. So 2 things today have thrown me out from my beautiful schedule that I'd created, broken it down into 15-minute increments. Not to be. It's got to adapt on the fly. Your results are a reflection of the 5 currencies that you put in: time, effort, energy, focus, and money. I've been big on the currencies lately. Like, I've noticed myself a lot say it: time, effort, energy, focus. But it's important because there's not just one currency that we're talking about. It's not just the time you're putting in or the money. Because again, just reference back to what I said, the time. Just because I'm sitting in there for half an hour doesn't mean I'm doing anything. Doesn't mean my focus is right. And if you're putting your money into areas of non-focus, you just waste it. Does what you're doing, or is the decision you're making, getting you closer or further away from your ultimate mission in life? You know? For me, I want to inspire millions and millions of people to live to their full potential. So you see people go and waste their money on a $100,000 car or a $50,000 car, whatever the value. Basically a car that's outside their means of what they could really afford. But they won't go and spend a couple of grand a month or something on a coach that could make them millions of dollars, you know? Or they won't get the training they need. But you're going to spend stupid, insane amounts of money on stupid shit. Don't get it. Everything stems back to what you value. But most people aren't congruent with what they think they value. You ask anyone, you go, what's your highest values? People go, family. All right, when did you last call your mum or your dad or your sister or your cousin, or when did you last hang out with them? And for some people, the ones who are really congruent with that, it would have been very, very frequently. You can tell right now by watching this, currently my highest value right at this moment is business. A few years ago, I would have tried to fight that and go, no, it's family. It's like, well, it's not really lining up like that. You just got to be real with it. Till next time.